Hey everyone. My computer crashed last night and I made a video and I haven't even been able to check it to see if it was done correctly. My camera was kind of glitching out, so I don't know how many videos I'm going to do tonight, but I've been out of the YouTube groove for a while. And so just a little update, because it's been like a horribly stressful weekend. One of our dogs, Kenza, she's right in front of me right now, she's sleeping, got very, very sick, and, couldn't figure out what was wrong, and at first she had just vomited, and I didn't really think anything of it, because we have a bunch of little dogs, and they chew on grass and they vomit, and it's not a big deal, but, she wouldn't eat, and she just kept vomiting, and I brought her in to the vet clinic, and she had blood in her stool, and her temperature was going down, which it's not good. And my phone just went off, so I apologize. Okay. And they had given me meds to give her, and they gave her sub-Q fluids, which is fluids between the shoulders. It's not an IV. It's in her flesh, like skin tissue, and ready to get her rehydrated. Well, she kept getting worse. Then we had to take her to the emergency clinic at night because the normal clinic's closed. So thankfully this one was over the weekend. It's 24 hours, over 24 hours. So they noticed how bad she was doing. They gave her, at the first clinic they did x-rays. They didn't see any really obstructions, really. Her stomach looked pretty upset, but her lungs were fine, her heart was fine. Took her to the emergency clinic. They ran blood tests, they did an ultrasound, they did everything in it. The ultrasound looked like she had some fluid around her pancreas, so they had thought it was pancreatitis. Well, no, pancreatitis is shit. I mean, it's shit, and it's very, very painful. And needless to say, this has been like a horrifically emotional experience. I have a little bit of PTSD, because I assume that when I see something get this bad for one of our animals, I assume when I drop them off, I'm going to get a call, like I did with Wyatt, saying, there's nothing we can do, and we have to put the dog down. And, thankfully that's not what has happened, but, I mean, that was my fear all weekend. I mean, this started Friday night, and she was just able to come back home last night, and what day is today? Today's Thursday, so she came home Wednesday night. I mean, it's been a rough weekend of no sleep and getting up to visit, and I haven't been able to eat all that well, because when I'm this emotionally messed up, I really don't feel the need to eat. I'm so stressed out that eating kind of makes me feel sick. So, that first night, they thought it was pancreatitis, so they gave her all these meds and stuff, and brought her home to give her sub-Q fluids, and tried to sleep, and didn't get home until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Well, woke up at 6, and her mouth was like sandpaper dry, and I had to call in and brought her back to the clinic, and she was more dehydrated in the morning than she was at night, so then they hooked her up to an IV, and basically we've had to do a lot of transferring back and forth, and what they think it is, what the group consensus has been since her blood test came back negative for pancreatitis, so it's not pancreatitis, that it's, I keep forgetting what the name of it is, but the acronym for it is HGE. It's like intestinal hemorrhaging caused by a bacterial imbalance. I gotta go for a second. About that, I had to go to the bathroom. So, I don't even know where I was. Oh, HGE, intestinal hemorrhaging, caused by a bacterial imbalance. That's right. So she's been on medication that she would be on for pancreatitis. And, she has had to have been. That doesn't make any sense, you guys. I'm really, really tired. She's had to be transferred from... Okay, my dad's not shutting up. 1 second. Okay, I think he's done. So, yeah, she's been transferred from one clinic to another, and now the other dogs are jumping off my bed. 1 second. This is going to be a long conversation. So, yeah, she's been on IV fluids and stuff, and she was finally able to come home today. Basically, what we've been having to wait for is, get this infection out of her stomach, whatever caused it. And she's finally, yesterday she started eating, well, it was actually Tuesday night, she started eating, from the techs that were there, and I called because I was supposed to visit at 1 o'clock in the morning, but, again, spending all this time running back and forth and staying awake, not sleeping well, kind of caught up to me, and accidentally slept through that time. So, I went and visited her at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and, yeah, they said that she had eaten for them, and she, when I came and visited her, she ate some more, and I was like, yes, because she hadn't eaten in 4 days. But my main concern was her being dehydrated, and, she started eating a lot yesterday, and so she's back home. Still has to be on medication. I have to give her another pill in like 40 minutes. And, I think right now, she's eating, she's running around, she's barking, she's still acting kind of funny, but I think that's just because she's been away and out of the house for like 5 days that, she's exhausted and readjusting again. But I'm a little bit worried about her not drinking. She's just being really funny about it and fickle about it. She's eating a lot. Or a lot more than I had assumed that she would. For her not eating at all for like 4 days. But, it kind of worries me that she's not drinking. And so I called, and the doctor was like, don't worry about the not drinking because... she's been on an IV for 4 days. And, she drinks on and off again, but not as much as I thought that she was going to, which made me kind of worried. And, yeah, he's like, don't worry about it because, her stomach's just readjusting now that she's finally able to actually eat stuff. But he said, if she stops eating, then let us know, because that's not good. But, she's still been eating. She's kind of funny, though. I think she doesn't know what to do now that the other dogs are back around her. She's like, do I want to eat alone? Do I want to eat around them? Do I want to deal with them right now? I'm kind of tired, da-da-da. And so, like, I'll feed her, and she'll eat it, I just have it in my fingers, and she'll go, because that's the face that she makes. But I'll put a bowl of water in front of her, and she won't touch it. Well, before I made this video, I have a syringe in here from when she was really bad a few days ago. And I filled it with water, and she started smelling it and licking it, and then I started squirting a little bit at a time into her mouth, and she was just licking the end of the syringe like I was baby feeding her water through a syringe, and it was actually really funny. So she can drink water. She's just being fickle about drinking it out of a bowl. I don't know. She's being really weird. So, anyways, that's what's been going on. And sorry this has taken like so long to put up. It's just like, we're still in recovery mode. She's probably 90% better. I just want to make sure that she keeps eating, and hopefully tomorrow her stomach will, because I don't know how long this infection is going to take to clear out, because for some dogs it takes a day, for some dogs it takes a week, you know, like it's very iffy. So hopefully tomorrow she'll have more, I don't know, she might be thirstier and want to drink water, hopefully. But keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and send some good energy this way. What you mean? Are you sleeping? Kenza? Kenz. Hey. Oh, yes. She's tired. But anyway, so that's what's going on that front. I have another video to make, and yeah, there you go.